Okay. So you are what? What is your rank right now?
Cadet.
Okay. And what would be the next rank above that you're trying to get promoted to?
Deputy.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this off the top, chat, but I have like a notepad.
What would
Where
be
are
the
the
next
officers
rank
involved in this
after
I'll
that?
try to do this
truck
off the
thing?
top. I believe senior deputy.
All right. And what's the difference between a deputy and a senior deputy in terms of like what does that mean? What's the difference?
Where are the cops that were
Job
involved in the same truck?
responsibility-wise?
I have
I
Carter
imagine
and
it's
Kenny
not too
down
much
here,
different.
and that's
Just someone that you know that you can rely on that's been on the force for a long time. But I really don't know, to be honest with you. That's just kind of tossing it up there.
Okay. After senior deputy, what would be the next higher rank?
I'm trying to do this off the top of my head. I would say
That's fine.
lieutenant.
Remember, Ripley is following the shit
Ah.
Dan said he just
Get
needed
back,
missing
or
one.
they
I
shoot.
missed one? Okay.
Just act like
Uh-huh.
you're solo. He's a ghost.
You familiar with the chain of command from the military, or is that not something you're typically
Not
acquainted with?
really.
All units be advised.
This is
King
all
will
like
be
me trying to
staying
figure
for overnight
things out.
observation
Just
at
like
Bellevue.
to
That's
be honest,
fine.
if you'd asked me to change the plan 2 days ago, I wouldn't even have known it. You know what I'm saying?
That's perfectly fine. All right, so the next one up from senior deputy is going to be sergeant.
Okay, so that's what Mac is. So Mac's right below lieutenant. Okay.
That's correct. Now, sergeant is currently a command role. So once someone has those 3 chevrons and becomes a sergeant, they are considered a member of command. They are also considered to be shift supervisors. So they
Okay.
serve a supervisory function, whereas a senior officer or senior deputy serves a training officer function. Not every senior is an FTO, but seniors are the first rank that is eligible to become an FTO.
Gotcha.
And in my experience, you're not going to get any higher until you are an FTO. So, senior officer or senior deputy is kind of like unofficially split between 2 ranks. There's the seniors who are FTOs and the seniors who are not FTOs, who are kind of like 1.5 rung below them.
Yeah, reminds me of like, okay, I gotcha. That works.
Okay, so you've been in a couple 1080s tonight. One of them, we had requests and authorization for pit maneuvers. Last shift with you, I heard a request for spike strips. What are the criteria you're looking at when you're in a police pursuit where you are going to request permission or authorization to take offensive pursuit tactics, like a pit, for example?
I would base it off of first thing I would base it off is just the time and how long it's been going. And then I would also base it off how aggressive the chase and how reckless the chase has gone throughout that time frame. So if he's been consistently aggressive with the cops multiple times, he's been warned multiple times not to push on us, not to bump our vehicles, not to, not to put our lives in danger, then after so many warnings, I would request a pit and or spike. But more than likely, I would request a pit or a box at safe speeds.
Okay. All right. What about different from that? What about spike strips? What would be a situation where you'd request spike strips and why?
I would say if it was something along the lines of some high-level job like a bank or something or a store, and if we had solid information on the whereabouts of where they were heading, and it was on a slow-turning corner, along with the if it met my first criteria, because I would be along the lines of something similar. I wouldn't be pulling out spike strips unless they got pretty aggressive with us and were warned several times. Obviously, depending on the circumstances, if it was somebody who just done hitting 3 banks, then I would say that that could be escalated a little quicker.
All right.
Oh boy, I might be wrong.
What if you request the permission and it is rejected?
Then I just continue calling and continuing to keep information on the suspects until I am told otherwise by my superiors. Just keep doing my job.
Just keep doing your job. Are you sure you're not supposed to like respond to the radio like huffing and puffing or saying like, or maybe saying somebody else would have authorized it? Is that appropriate?
I wouldn't say that. Maybe if you really wanted to get a point across, maybe you can just continuously give them information on the situation. I guess the more info you're giving them on how reckless they are being, the more chances you will get to getting authorization.
I'd say that would be a wise tactic. What about if the permission is rejected, and then about 30 seconds later, you see some new information, like the person swerves to the left to intentionally hit a cop, or you see someone reach and then point a gun at the window briefly and then put it away and say something on their radio. What do you think you should do with that new information?
I would relay that information to everybody and especially the spirits and then still it's their call. I can't. I mean, as a deputy, we can't make the call for pit spike box.
Okay, so just keep the command member or trooper updated with the information, and then make sure that that information is up to date so that they can make a decision based on up to the minute facts.
Yeah, that's what I normally do. If I'm doing it wrong, that's that's my B.
Oh, that is perfectly fine. I am a witness to a crime, and I have something to say to you. Would you mind Mirandizing me before I give you my statement?
Absolutely. Oh, you want me to do it right now? You have the right to remain silent.
Please do.
Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, then one will be appointed to you if there's one available. You understand these rights as I've read them?
I do. All right. What's a 1071?
Shots fired.
That it is. What about a 1037?
That is a... that's a good one, actually. 1037. I was going to say breaking and entering, but I believe that's a 31. 47 is an injured person. Why am I not remembering 37 right now? 38's a traffic stop. Man, I'm honestly blanking on 37 right now. Hold on.
Use your noodle. We see these a couple times a night.
I'm using it. Hold on. 1037, Summit? 1037. God, I've seen these a million times. I bet you I see them up right here. There's a 47. 10. What's a 1037? Oh, is that a suspicious activity? Is it suspicious activity?
You are correct.
Oh, that
Suspicious
is
activity.
suspicious activity. That one didn't tell me it,
what is a
but I
1037
just...
typically indicative of? What kind of suspicious activity do we usually look for?
I'm usually looking for drug sales when I get a call like that.
Very often, yes. 1034 is a drug call. Those are often very close in association with 1037s. Usually one leads to the other.
All right. Not a bad shift.
Not bad at all. You know, for a cadet who's been on the number of ride-alongs you've been on, and with the force, the amount of time you've been on it, you are operating at a pretty high level. And with the definitions that you went through today, not just legal definitions, but our procedures and stuff, I'm not exaggerating when I say that I just thrust a bunch of stuff on you to make you better than a lot of our officers and deputies that have been here for over a year. So,
Okay. So that's kind of like... Okay, sweet. So that's kind of like the standard after a year or so, like the type of questions you're giving?
yeah, I didn't just give you like an FTO
Yeah,
final eval.
can you tell you
I gave
something?
you like a Ripley final eval. Like I went way harder on you
this holiday
than
down here?
I typically go on people, and I asked
Sure.
you really difficult questions, and I tortured you.
Push up, clockwise,
And
I'll
you
push straight,
fucking
from
you
your
went with it,
spot.
and you kept rolling, and you rocked the whole time. So, again, I can't speak for high command. I'm gonna put my recommendations into my report, but you should stand tall, and you should feel like you know, a champion. We're gonna see how you come out on the other end of it, and you're ready for just about anything. So I'll put that across the desk, and when it comes time for Trooper Soze to come knocking, just you know, be ready.
All right, boss. I appreciate all the info you've crammed into my small brain over the past few weeks.
Might be a foot. We're checking. We're pushing it.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll always be here if you have questions or anything. I'll be keeping my eye on you.
All right, boss. All right, you have a good sleep, okay?
All right, you too.
Have a good one, brother. See you guys. Beautiful pose. You looking for Spider-Man opportunities, huh?
We're gonna have a down subject in here.
I would never have done this if I would have known how much work it was gonna be. You know? If I would have known. TJ Mack, Tim Mack, gassed me up. This is easy. It's easy shit. Oh man. Too many not sure's, too many not knows. Yeah. Not knowing chief of police and all that kind of sucked. And the sheriff and undersheriff and captain and all that. Not knowing the ranks and order that well. Like, I had the cheat sheet. I could have cheated. But just, I don't know, I figured it's just better to say fucking I don't know on some of those. Can tell you're out of your comfort zone. Yeah. After driving with so many FTOs, it's definitely, it was a breath of fresh air to go solo, so every time I have someone in my car again, it feels weird. It's like when someone's in your car, I spend less time on the radio and talking. I spend more time talking to them, right? When I should be spending more time on the radio communicating.